We're here at the Deck Tech. My name is Will. I have an amazing deck list in front of me. Why don't you introduce yourself for us here?
Hi, I'm Chris.
Chris. And what are you playing today, Chris? Because this looks like fun.
Playing just Cephalid Breakfast. Classic, blue-white, no Nadu.
No Nadu, which is interesting. I even made that little 2/O token for Nadu. You know, all of us have seen that card in Modern and how crazy it is. We've seen it in Legacy as well. But what's your reasoning not playing it in Legacy right now? You know, you're doing the kind of the regular Cephalid Illusionist stuff.
I've been playing this list for a while. I'm fairly confident with it. The Nadu, I just didn't want to sully the deck with the green. Sometimes you get into matches where you need your fetch lands and it's a wasteland format.
Yep.
All it takes is somebody the wasteland color and you're just behind. And I just felt blue-white is more consistent. I don't have to introduce a third color.
Yep.
Game plan is just, I just want to go and combo off. And although I did consider it, I was on 3 Nadu lists. Without having any play testing behind it, I have played against people who have the Nadu list. I just like this list a lot better. It's just straightforward to the point.
Yeah, and in the meta right now, kind of this grief scaminator world that we live in right now for a good amount of time. Hopefully it won't be in August, but we'll see, right? How do you find this matches up against kind of the meta that we're playing here today?
I mean, I've played the Reanimator matchup, round 1. It's difficult. Someone goes Thoughtseize, Grief, and you know they can strip your hand. I do have Brainstorm. If I'm lucky, I'm on the play. I can brainstorm like my pieces and protect them. It's not easy for that matchup. Second matchup, I played a Dothy Voidwalker, and that deck has everything main deck that they had. When they dropped the Voidwalker, it was very problematic.
Yep.
And I had to figure out how am I going to win this deck.
Did you go down? I see you got the Cauldron with the Stone Forges. I guess you're maybe looking towards that, or you're looking to...
It's either, you know, you Urza Saga them out, hopefully. If that doesn't work, you try to get the Cauldron. It's a really tough matchup, or maybe I can Cryptic Coat.
Yeah, you can get in there with it. That's awesome. And, you know, I see here today as well, you have a couple proxies. How do you find playing with, you know, an event that allows proxies?
For me, I'm very happy because although I do own Tundras, I do own Underground Seas. The fear is that you come to an event and you could drop a card. It could take just one moment, someone distracts you, and then someone could take that card. The last big face event I went to, I decided to play Legacy on the Sunday, and of course, I can't use proxies. I had to borrow cards, and store owner was very helpful. Said,
"That's awesome.
Do you have Underground Sea I could borrow?" I said, "Yep." And he hands it to me. You lose it, you owe me $1,000. So it's everyone was great at that Legacy event at that. I said, before you walk away, no matter who wins or loses, I need to count my deck. Make sure it's 60 and sideboard's 15, and
all those cards.
And I have all those cards, because it's one thing if I lose my deck.
It's your own.
It's my own, but when I lose it and some of the cards belong to someone else, it's a real, just real kick to, to people.
No, I hear you on that, and it's nice too, right? Yourself, you're thinking about the value of the cards, right? You can bring in these Underground Seas that you have here, right? Tundras, you can leave those at home, or even, everyone can kind of start building what they like, right? And with the Cephalid Illusionist, right, deck too, you're only running, 5 kind of duels with some of the others where duels get quite expensive, what you're saying, right? It makes it that buried entry, so it's awesome that, we're utilizing that and having, proxies be available. I think this is pretty sweet. Now, in regards to some of the pieces here, right? Cephalid Illusionist, why don't you walk us through it? Some people have seen it before, but what's kind of the primary thing of what you're doing? This card here, this little 1/1, it dies to a lot of Bowmasters, but because the Grief Reanimator, we're not seeing as much of them sometimes. So what does this card even do? Tell us a little bit about what you're trying to do here.
The basic premise is you're trying to get this Cephalid Illusionist down, and either, hopefully you have a Shuko out, or Nomad's Encore. And you just want to target it multiple times. And as you target it, you start milling 3 cards. You mill 3 cards. And in the process, you're going to mill the Narcomoeba. It'll enter play.
A 1/1, just a harmless 1/1.
Yeah, and you just keep going, and you keep going. Okay, now I've milled my entire deck. Everything's in the graveyard. You might want to start off by Cabal Therapy. Okay, I'll Cabal Therapy. Name Stifle, Force of Will, anything you think that might stop you. Okay, the way is clear. I'll sack all my guys with a Dread Return. bring back the Thassa's Oracle,
We've seen this card in a great edition.
and then trigger, and then win the game. Yeah,
That's sweet.
that's pretty much it.
And the premises is, yeah, Thassa's Oracle, mill your deck, and can get tricky sometimes too, I bet. You know, if you have maybe one of these pieces in your hand, right? So I guess that what's maybe if Brainstorm, put it back in the deck so you can mill it, because I've seen times where Narcomoeba is in one of someone's hand, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess that's a good thing about what you're running, kind of more traditional. You have those extra creatures, right? That hopefully you can sack with Dread Return and then, you know, go from there, which is sweet. That's great. I love the deck. And now, do you have any spice of your own? You know, or is this kind of like the standard build for the most part? It looks pretty.
This is a standard most list. The only spices that's in the deck here right now, Cryptic Coat.
Yeah, Cryptic Code. I
Cryptic
like
Coat.
it.
You get some people with that. It's really a powerhouse.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, this is now. Why are you bringing? Why Cryptic Code? Why are you thinking this card's great? I've seen it. It's great.
Yeah.
But tell us, why do you think it's so good?
If I'm in this game plan and, you know, someone locks me out, like the Haughty Voidwalker deck,
Yeah.
I have this just to make some guys. I can start swing, chip away the life, and that's my ultimate win. It's you can't always rely on this.
Yeah.
All it takes is someone to get rid of it from your deck. I'll exile it, kill it. So unless I know the way is 100% clear, it's not all said and done.
Yeah, and that's what the baby Teferi here, right? Time Raveler. Make sure it's your turn is your turn, right? And kind of go from there. So, thanks very much for showing us this. I think this is great, Chris. Good luck. Are you 2-0 right now?
I'm 1-1.
1-1. I believe in you, right?
Very close game. He was dead on the next turn, but he had the Helm of Obedience. Just got me.
Oh, that's good. So, good luck, Chris, in the later games you got there, and I hope it's all the best, okay?
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you later, okay?
All right.